$3 billion in government handouts. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this recent announcement from the Victorian Premier, Daniel Andrews, about $3 billion of government support and handout for businesses. Fantastic. More money. More money. So, supporting Victorian businesses on the road to COVID norm. Now, I mean, there could be other things they could do rather than just giving out bucket loads of cash. They could allow real estate agents simply to have one-on-one appointments, to open up that entire industry. We saw in another video the impact that those restrictions are having. A massive new support package will see $3 billion in cash grants, tax relief, and cash flow support delivered to Victorian businesses as we work together to drive coronavirus cases down and progress along our roadmap to COVID normal. Premier Daniel Andrews today announced the multi-billion-dollar package to help businesses survive and keep Victorians in jobs, taking the government's total business support to over $6 billion. Over $1.1 billion in cash grants will support small and medium-sized businesses that are most affected by coronavirus restrictions, including $822 million as part of the third round of the Business Support Fund. Around 75,000 eligible businesses with payrolls of up to $10 million will receive grants of $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000, depending on their size. So if you've got a payroll of $10 million, what's 20 grand going to do? And how much taxes have you been forced to pay? How much payroll tax have you been forced to pay? More than 108,000 businesses have already shared in $1.47 billion from the first two rounds of the Business Support Funds grant. This is just more and more of the economy dependent on the state. And future generations are going to bear this burden, one way or another. One way or another. And what about the candle-on effect? At least this will be, hopefully, will be spread, so you won't start seeing bubbles form. But, you know, inflation is inflation, guys. Victoria's hospitality businesses are the bedrock of our economy. But right now, many are going through a tough time. I mean, do you want that? Do you want hospitality to be the bedrock of the economy? I'd rather have other parts. You know, maybe more complex parts. But to support our bars, restaurants, pubs, clubs, hotels, and reception centres, the government will establish a $251 million dedicated licensed venue fund, with grants of between $10,000 and $30,000 for licensed venues of all shapes and sizes. The government is also providing further relief by waiving liquor license fees for 2021. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? They're waiving their fees. It just shows you how much of a burden the state places on people. Trips to Victoria's ski fields haven't been possible for thousands of families this year, so the government will give businesses in our alpine resorts the support they need with grants of up to $20,000 to help cover their resort fees, saving them a combined $4.3 million. Or maybe the government could look at getting tourism working again. This is just more life support for the economy. This is just more propping up, more support. The government will also partner with local business groups and Chamber of Commerce with grants of up to $20,000 so they can help members adapt and find their feet in a COVID normal world. I hate this term. I hate this term. COVID normal, how it's becoming in part of the lexicon. I mean, look at all this government support and intervention, government dependency. They destroy your business, and then they give you a few trinkets to keep you happy. They give you back the money they took from you. Or they're so nice they're not stealing money off you in fees and charges. Aren't they generous? Aren't your masters generous? To date, almost 20,000 Victorian businesses have received payroll tax refunds in the last financial year worth more than $540 million. I do not understand payroll tax. I do not understand it. Why do you want to create a burden to increasing people's payroll? Don't you want to create jobs? This seems like the stupidest tax in the world. It doesn't make any... It's just another jealousy tax. So many of these taxes are just jealousy. They're just sold as jealousy. They're just from the left side of politics are just jealous. just jealous. They're deeply down to their core. All these people that are apparently proponents of the working class, so it's all bullshit. They're just jealous. That's what it really comes down to. And I think that's ingrained in Australian culture in many ways. We've got a really big problem with tall poppy syndrome here, and that's holding us back. It's holding us back. So, and thousands will receive a full waiver. How about you just get rid of it? If you don't need it, get rid of it. Remove it permanently. To provide a much-needed $1.7 billion cash flow boost for businesses. No, it's not a boost for businesses. It's you are stopping them, forcing their hard-earned... I'm just frustrated with a payroll tax, the stupidest bloody thing in the world. Let's punish you for being successful. Well, I guess that's all taxation is, isn't it? Let's punish your business for being good. We've got such an interventionist economy, guys. This is not a free market. Okay, if any idiot tells you, "Oh, this is the end of capitalism," no, it'd be great if we actually tried capitalism for once. It would be, a nice little experiment. The government will now defer payroll tax for businesses with payrolls of up to $10 million for the full 2021 financial year. See this? Defer, not forgive. Defer. So you're gonna have to pay it back later. So it's gonna sting even worse. Building on that support. Oh, that's so nice of you. The government will also provide a further $137 million in waivers and deferrals of charges, including liquor licensing fees, the congestion levy, and increases on the landfill levy. Wow, aren't they good? I mean, this just shows you just how much. Maybe people are starting to realize how much of a tax burden the state is on you. So you can give them the monopoly on authority and violence, and they can force you to do what they want. The 50% stamp duty discount for commercial and industrial properties across all of regional Victoria will be brought forward to the 1st of January 2021. And the vacant residential land tax will be waived for properties that are vacant in 2020. I mean, that is just another thing. It's all about manipulating you and pushing you. They want to force people to pay tax because, that'll address the housing shortage. I mean, come on. This doesn't work, guys. People find ways around it. People are going to spend more time looking at how to avoid all this taxes and bullshit than actually being innovative. Even after we reach COVID normal, many businesses will be required to change the way they do things, so we can keep cases low and protect our hard-won gains. That's why the government will invest $44 million to equip businesses with the support they need to thrive under a COVID normal world, including $20 million for small businesses to access off-the-shelf digital programs such as Shopify or Square Online, training and workshops designed to help businesses adapt to online operations. I wonder how much Shopify or Square Online has paid to get in this situation. I mean, wouldn't we want Australian businesses? Who am I kidding? Victoria is home to some of the best fresh food, wine, galleries, and homewares in the world. But the pandemic has hit many small producers hard. The government has already rolled out Click for Vic, a new website and campaign aimed at encouraging Victorians to support these hard-working local businesses. Already the website has generated 211,000 leads to businesses featured. Now we'll boost that effort with $8.5 million for more marketing and advertising and expanding the digital platform and its partnership with third-party e-commerce providers to sell these strengths far and wide. I mean, okay, sure. I like the idea of it, but how are they going to compete with other online providers? People are going to go to the big names. Exports are vital to Victoria's economy, contributing 12% to Victoria's GSP and 330,000 Victorian jobs. That's why we're launching a $15.7 million export recovery package to address logistics and supply chain issues caused by the pandemic and establish new export channels. Businesses will be connected to international markets through vital trade missions, as well as assistance to adapt our export strategies to respond to the changing global market. And you can find additional information from this website here. Let's look at some of the quotes from Dan. For our state to recover, we need our businesses to recover too. As we take our first safe and steady steps towards COVID normal, this support will make sure we get through this together. through this together. COVID normal. Notice these phrases that are used everywhere to adapt and to persuade and to get you comfortable with these terms. You know what I'd suggest? Why aren't we seeing statements like this on how our health system has been been made more robust and additional capacity provided to ensure that we can open the economy faster? I've never seen one of those released in a media statement. Can someone let me know? Point that to me when you see it. Because wasn't that the whole point, remember? We were meant to flatten the infection curve, not flatten the GDP curve. But then again, you can't waste an opportunity. Socialists got a social. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.